It's the Jersey Jaguar, and if you're like me, you love jerseys, and even more so, you love the customized jerseys. Well, in today's video, I'm going to explain to you the process on getting a jersey customized. Guys, keep in mind there's other routes to go and other ways of going about doing it, but today I'm going to explain to you how I took a blank Oakland A's Rawlings jersey from the late 80s and turned it into a Rickey Henderson. Let's get to it now. Alright guys, so quickly I'm going to explain to you how I do it. That's find a jersey, choose a player, get the materials and the patches specifically for that team, season, and player, get the kit made, have everything sewn on, and I got my jersey. Alright guys, or you could do a one-step turnkey process and send your jerseys into private customizers. If you need recommendations, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to get them out to you. Guys, one I can recommend off the bat is going to be Bill Henderson and the Dream Shop. His knowledge about baseball uniforms throughout MLB history is honestly second to none. He's a great place to go to if you want your jersey just to get sent in, completed, and done accurately. All right, step number one, and guys, you heard me say this in my other how to customize a jersey videos, is choosing what you want. All right, so I go two ways about it. Either one, I know off my top of my head, I want this specific jersey, this specific team, and this specific player, and I go to eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and the jersey groups, and I find that specific jersey, either with a player on it and I strip it, or I find the blank jersey, all right? Or option number two is sometimes I run into a jersey that's extremely cheap, and I'm like, well, you know what? I could turn it into this guy, and I go that route, all right? So with that said, let's assume that we do have a blank jersey, or we have a jersey that we're gonna strip and make it blank. All right, guys, now we gotta choose the player. Some of the things you could look at is cool seasons that had cool patches, memorial bands. Maybe it was a player's rookie season. Maybe you want your own name on the back. Whatever it is, guys, you got to choose what you want on that jersey and make sure you're paying attention to details. So the next step is step number three, and that is going to be detail-specific research. All right, so step number three is obviously going to be the detail-oriented research. Guys, this is a very, very important step on the process. You want to be as detail-oriented as possible. And again, a lot of the customers that do a one-step turnkey process will do that for you. But for me, I do it myself, guys, and what I look for is patches, memorial bands. Other things you gotta look out for is correct fonts, because some teams, even though they had the same jersey season after season, they might have slight variations within the fonts. Maybe a player has a long name and they had to slightly alter that font specifically for that player. All right, guys, also too, there's slight changes within the uniforms and the uniforms brands. All right, guys, so those are all things to look at. And again, pay attention to championship seasons, rookie seasons, final year seasons, these type of things, man. It will help make that jersey even more memorable. All right, so with steps 1, 2, and 3, guys, I have a blank Rawlings authentic jersey. So the Oakland A's home jersey from the late 80s. I always wanted a Rickey Henderson jersey. I found this jersey for semi-cheap. I'm like, well, you know what? Let's do another project. All right, guys. So I found the patch that they wore for the World Series because it's a cool patch. It's very memorable. It is from the Battle of the Bay when they faced the San Francisco Giants. And then on the opposite sleeve, we do have a memorial band. So I located some material for that band. All right, so guys, once this research is finished and I found the materials for the jersey and the jersey itself, now it's time to get the kit. All right, guys, so part of this kit you got to pay attention to. On some teams in baseball, they used nameplates. Some teams in some seasons didn't. All right, guys, you got to really pay attention, though, because they might have used the nameplate one season, but the next season, the jersey looks exactly the same, but no nameplate, all right? In this specific season, guys, they have a nameplate, so I had to source the nameplate material. Shout out to Ben Shapiro on that. All right, guys, so now that I have a nameplate, I got to get the kit made. I like to use Customized Sports, guys. They do it for pretty cheap, and the best thing I can recommend for you is make sure you send them pictures of the font, how you want it to look, and of the colors that you need. If you're not sure about what colors, guys, send a picture. They'll do the best to match it, or they can send you a swatch of all the colors that they have to offer, and you can match it up to the rest of the jersey. All right, guys, so once I get the kit in the mail, I always double check to make sure that it's made correctly. Everybody makes mistakes for the most part. Customized Sports does excellent work, and it's almost slim to none times that I have to get it corrected. But if you do need it corrected, They have zero question asked policy, guys. They correct it for you and send it out as soon as possible so you can get your jersey customized. All right, so we got a blank jersey. We got the materials and we got the kit made and the kit's accurate. So seeing it sewn together, guys, we're almost done. I like to use City Sport lettering. They're just outside Chicago, maybe about 40-45 minutes outside of the city. They've been in business forever and they do excellent work. They specialize in hockey jerseys. However, they do everything. I give them a picture or I tell them how I want it to be placed and they get it sewn on. They can do heat press, guys, kiss cut, whatever you need, they get it done. If you're outside of Chicago, you want to send it to them, send it into them, give them a call, and they'll get it done for you. So let's say if you're not in Chicago and you just want to go with somewhere local or you want to go with another place altogether, no problem, it's your jersey, it's your choice. What you should look for though is to make sure they do a zigzag stitch. On your jersey in that research phase, maybe they don't use a zigzag stitch and maybe it's not a layered twill. Maybe that team specifically has embroidered stitching around. It's rare, but it happens. Maybe they do kiss cut instead of layered twill. Maybe it's heat pressed. So guys, you gotta find a place that could do all these things or a place that could do what you need for that specific jersey. If you need a recommendation, again, I'll do my best to help you out. Just let me know in the comments. All right, so I sent my jersey off the City Sport lettering. I got it back, and guys, here's the final product. We're gonna have the rear view right here. We got the patch, we got the armband, front numbers, rear nameplate. Guys, this is a beautiful jersey, and that is how I get my jerseys customized. All right, and there is my go-to process on getting a baseball jersey customized. Again, guys, there's other routes. However, the way I showed you is the way I usually do and go about it. All right, so with that said, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask in the comments. If you want to see another video, let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate a like and subscribe as usual. And guess what, guys? I'll see you at the next one.